First Things First is sponsored by Gillette, the best a man can get.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday. Also, welcome to First Things First. I'm Jenna Wolf. That's the Hall of Famer Chris Carter. That is Nick Wright. Thursday's deadline came and went, and here we are. We all made it, which is great. So all eyes were on the NBA yesterday afternoon. In short, the deadline, done. Anthony Davis, still a Pelican. So the Lakers, with no AD, took the court in Boston last night for a great game. So many storylines in this one. Let's check it out. LeBron,
man, you sound better today. Jenna played hurt yesterday.
Kyrie
back to full strength.
Pick it up. 90 seconds to go. Kyrie drives, finds Marcus Morris for three. Celtics up 6. Next possession, KCP in the corner, nails a 3. Lakers back within 3 under a minute to go. LeBron loses the ball to KCP. Back to LeBron. And he nails the 3. Lakers tied up. LeBron with a triple-double. Boston up 2. Kyle Kuzma from deep with under 20 seconds left. Lakers up 1. Other end, Kyrie driving past Kuzma. Hits the layup over Tyson Chandler. Celtics back up 1. Closing seconds. Brandon Ingram drives, blocks, and there's Rondo. Boom. Last second as he gathered it, scooped it up. That is a buzzer beater. The Lakers pull out a fantastic win last night over the Boston Celtics. 129-128 your final. Here is Rajon Rondo on the mindset as he took the game-winning shot.
Just get it up. Get the arc up. Believe it or not, I always dream like this, you know what I mean? But I couldn't picture it being this sweet coming back on, 13 years in, where it all started. Team struggling right now, and I think it's going to be definitely a confidence boost, of course.
I mean, it's only right. It's only right that the ball find Rondo's hand some way, somehow, and he's able to drain it. He's one of our captains on our team, one of our catalysts, and he might not talk about it, but I know he's excited as hell to play here in the Garden, and then to make that shot right there. It was big time for our team.
For us to come out and with everything we've been dealing with, not just trade rumors, but freaking injuries and, imbalanced rotations and everything, it was great just to get a win. And, we can build on this potentially.
You couldn't write a better script for the Lakers after what happened at 3 p.m. yesterday for them to go out and did what they did last night. CeCe, where does this team stand now? So they strike out on AD, but then they come out down as many as 18 to have the performance they did and to pull out the win over the Celtics.
It was a huge recovery for them because not only just the AD, but how they were playing basketball. The lack of just sports integrity they took to the court playing against the Pacers. Like, they were never in that game mentally, emotionally, or physically to build a bounce back. And I like the fact that Kuz, he put it out there. Man, it's been tough. Like, these kids went 21 to 23 years old, drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers after Kobe Bryant is going to, they're going to get the Lakers back onto the basketball map. And now to be involved that, no, you're not going to be playing with LeBron and the Lakers, and you're going to be, it's got to be difficult. Forget about just preparing for games, preparing for matchups, but they're trying to get better. They're trying to work on different aspects of their game. They're trying to be good teammates. But all in all, they were very distracted. This win in Boston, Boston's been the best team since January 16th. Boston's been the best team in the NBA. We saw Golden State struggle in Boston, so it's going to be a tough place. That win, though, it gets them back to, man, let's concentrate on these last 30 games. Let's make this stretch, because outside the AD thing, their season's been about injuries. Yeah. And if we hadn't started that, LeBron doesn't miss 18 games, the Lakers are right where they want to be. Now, some of the players, you might want them to develop a little more. You want Lonzo to be a little bit better. You'd want Ingram to be potentially a little bit better. But when you, all in all, if you focus on real things, this is where the Lakers were supposed to be, fighting for a playoff spot, maybe probably a little bit higher, 4 or 5, but this is the type of basketball, and these are the type of games with a young team that you have to win, Nick.
It's a fork-in-the-road moment for the Lakers, and whether Rondo hit that shot or not, they clearly took the correct fork after falling down 18 points. They were down 18 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. From that moment until the end of the half, LeBron scored or assisted on 16 straight points to make it a game at halftime. And then in the third quarter, it looked like a vintage LeBron Cavs team. LeBron's going to handle the ball. You guys spread around across the wing. I'm going to find shooters. And the Lakers hit 9 threes in the third quarter that allowed it to be as close as it was in the fourth quarter. This reminds me so much of what happened to the Cavs this week last year. This week last year, they lost by 32. They then had a horrific loss in Orlando where they got beat in the second half by 34.
Right.
And then right at the deadline, LeBron hit a buzzer beater to beat Minnesota, and the Cavs turned their season around.
And you made a great point of pointing it out when they got blown out in Indy.
Yep.
How it was similar. Forget how they were going to recover.
Right.
We didn't think they were going to have another buzzer beater on the other end.
The only difference is they actually did a lot at the trade deadline.
Absolutely.
The Lakers did
nothing. The Cavs that year, they turned over basically 2/3 of their roster at the deadline. But I thought there were similarities before we were going to see that almost 1 year ago this date, they won on LeBron's team won on a buzzer beater, then they went on a buzzer beater. As far as where their standing is, they beat the Clippers in overtime, and they beat the Celtics on a buzzer beater. Overtime buzzer beater means they could have lost both those games. If they had, we'd be doing the math on, well, hold on, 27 games left, 5.5 back. How realistic is this? Now, 27 games left, 2.5 back of where they want to really be, which is the 7 seed or 3 back of that. And so now you can start talking about, yeah, they're in good position to make the playoffs, better position because the Clippers decided to punt on the season. We know they're going to fall back. And now you can also start to reevaluate, did all of us overreact, myself maybe primarily, and go a little crazy in the 10 days since Anthony Davis requested a trade? Because, Jenna, the plan all year was for this to be a building year, right?
Yes.
The plan all year was to maintain cap space and to be active this free agency this summer. Now, we didn't know LeBron was going to get hurt, but I give the Lakers credit.
Didn't know LeBron was going to get hurt. Didn't know that Anthony Davis was going to tell the Pelicans before the trade deadline he wasn't going to sign the new deal.
Right, but I give the Lakers credit for not doing what I think would have been the worst of all the options, which is stray from the plan and not have it land Anthony Davis. That we find out, oh, they traded away half the young guys and cap space for Bradley Beal. And Beal's a nice player. But then there's a ceiling on what they can do. They grinned and bared it through the trade deadline.
Didn't the Cavs have similar problems like that? Where they end up not being able to get the type of player that they wanted. They end up, oh, now they got George Hill. And with George Hill's salary, it gave them less flexibility.
Absolutely right.
All right, so then let's just talk about the trade for a second. You're right. We maybe reacted, maybe overreacted, but we thought that they needed Anthony Davis if they were going to do anything this year. How disappointing it is that they did not get him.
Well, I'm sure there's a certain type of disappointment, but you got to keep your long-term focus. What was the goal? Land LeBron. What was the goal during the season? Develop these younger players. They were doing that till the injury and then till the announcement. So those two things together, and it's not only LeBron. We've had other guys on the Lakers that have been injured also. If LeBron was the only one, they would be
Rondo's been out a couple times. Lonzo's out again. Ingram had been out.
Kuzma's been out.
That's everybody. And so what you saw yesterday, if people didn't watch the game, was what this team, it's not a real big three, but what this team's big three is going to have to be. LeBron's going to have to be spectacular. Kuzma's going to have to be really good. And Rondo's going to have to be the guy. And then what you get from Ingram at this point is a bonus. You can't rely on him. And we'll see when Lonzo gets back. But not getting Anthony Davis means nobody can pretend that this Laker team, you know what? Could they upset the Warriors? That's what they don't have. But can they win around in the playoffs? Can they? Is their ceiling still potentially until they play the Warriors in the playoffs? Yes, but you lose last night's game or you lose the Clippers game and you're fighting for the 8 seed rather than the 7 seed, the Warriors who you get in the first round. So these wins are not only emotionally critical, because see, if they'd have let go of the rope, down 18, and they'd have lost this game by 30.
Right.
What is the narrative this morning? It's not just that they won, it's that they put themselves in position to win.
I think another little thing that I saw last night was not only did they win, not only someone else were able to make a shot, but LeBron looked good from an athletic standpoint playing those 37 minutes. He looked a lot better than he did playing against the Pacers. You could see him playing harder. You could see him shifting gears, getting up and down the court. He had a nice alley-oop earlier in the game, and he's the one that started that comeback in the second quarter where they had to, it was really an option. Do we hold on or do we let go?
And very, very happy starting for Rondo. Rondo such a great player for so